An intriguing survivor, a biological remnant that eluded extinction, emerges from the shadows of time, introducing you to a plant species that flourished in the late Cretaceous and still exists today. Hiding its prehistoric history, let's investigate the mysteries of the world's strongest plant species. What is the name of this plant species? How did it survive so long? Let us tell you that it's a flower-producing plant called angiosperm. The angiosperms, generally known as flowering plants, are one of the essential seed-bearing plant groups. The Greek terms angion, which means vessel, and sperma, which means seed, are the origin of the phrase angiosperm. One of the most numerous and substantial categories of living plants in the universe are angiosperms. Angiosperms are categorized into around 453 families, each of which has over 260,000 extant species. Additionally, angiosperms make up about 80% of all known green plants that exist on Earth. It's very well explained that angiosperms are vascular seed plants in which an egg is fertilized and grows into a seed in a hollow enclosed ovary. The angiosperms live in almost every ecosystem on Earth, with the exception of those that have harsh climates, such as the highest mountain ranges, the deepest blue oceans, and the areas near the poles. They exist as terrestrial plants with a range of sizes, as epiphytes atop surface waters rooted in freshwater settings and in marine habitats. Angiosperms are classified as little millimeter-sized floating plants to massive trees that are over 100 meters tall, and they could be observed as tiny herbs, parasitic plants, vines, and enormous trees. In comparison to other members and species of the plant kingdom, the angiosperms exhibit enormous variation in their chemistry, reproductive cycles, morphology, anatomy, and sizes. The orchid family's Orchidaceae species are the most prevalent and diverse angiosperm species, followed by those from the daisy, pea, and grass families. The majority of the crops that are grown to provide the nutritional demands of the living are angiosperms, making angiosperms essential to the continued existence of all living species. Similar to how they are used in the production of jewelry, fiber products, medications, and several other commercial goods. The largest angiosperms are Shorea phasutania, a dipterocarp rainforest tree from Southeast Asia, and Eucalyptus gum trees from Australia, both of which can grow to about 100 meters in height. Did you know that the tiniest plants are Wolffia duckweeds, which are freshwater floating plants that are smaller than 2 millimeters in diameter? Land plants have likely been around for at least 475 million years, according to fossilized spores. However, angiosperms quickly and in a wide variety start to show up in the early Cretaceous fossil record. Charles Darwin referred to this as an abominable mystery, since it offers such a challenge to the hypothesis of progressive evolution. Reticulated monosulcate pollen from Italy and Israel, which was found in early or lower Cretaceous around 140 to 133 million years ago, is the earliest fossil that can be positively attributed to angiosperms. This pollen most certainly represents basic angiosperms. Angiosperms, which supply practically all plant-based food and a sizable portion of cattle feed, are the mainstay of agriculture. The Poaceae, or grass family, is by far the most significant plant family, providing the majority of all feedstocks, including rice, maize, wheat, barley, rye, oats, pearl millet, sugarcane, and sorghum. Second position goes to the family of legumes known as Fabaceae. The Solanaceae family of nightshades, which includes potatoes, tomatoes, and peppers, the Cucurbitaceae family of gourds, which includes pumpkins and melons, the Brassicaceae family of mustard plants, which includes rapeseed, and the numerous varieties of the cabbage species Brassica oleracea, as well as the Apiaceae family, which includes parsley, are also very significant. Angiosperms appear to have taken over areas that were formerly inhabited by ferns and psychodophytes by the late Cretaceous. Close to the end of the Cretaceous, 66 million years ago, or perhaps later, at the start of the Paleogene, large canopy-forming trees replaced conifers as the dominating trees. Herbaceous angiosperms only recently began to reproduce. The process of pollination is crucial to the production of angiosperms. In angiosperms, the pollen is produced in the stamen of the plant, whereas stamens are the male sex organs. The female component of the plant, the pistil, must receive the pollen that is produced in the stamen. Pollination is the process by which pollen is successfully transferred from the male to female parts of a plant. The two types of pollination are self-pollination and cross-pollination. Wind, insects, invertebrates, and other animals are pollination agents. Numerous theories have been produced to explain the abundance of flowering plants, but paleontologists are still occupied with justifying their quick advancements. Botanists contend that although deriving from gymnosperms, angiosperms nonetheless constitute separate species. Paleontologists continue to debate whether the little woody shrubs are where the angiosperms originated or whether they descended from tropical active grasses. So this was all about the longest and strongest living plants in the history of mankind. Do you know of any other such plant species? If yes, do let us know in the comments below.